Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back here on the show to recap second of 3 playoff games of this Friday night for some Game 3 action on the show. The Milwaukee Bucks, they use a big third quarter to beat the Indiana Pacers, 117-101 reaction here to make it a 2-1 series. They transition over to Milwaukee tonight, and the Bucks with a big win at home they win this first game, they all win the next game to really make this a series. But man, that third quarter really won the Bucks this game. They outscored them 39-18 after an evened up first quarter, and then Indiana took control in that second quarter, but then they were just off the wheels in that third quarter. Only scored 18 points. They just couldn't do anything offensively. They struggled defensively. The Bucks did a much better job, just locking in defensively. Done much better than they did in the first two games. How about Gary Trent Jr. tonight? Well, we're going to talk about Giannis. He had another monster game, but besides those two, nobody else really showed up. Damian Lillard was shot trash. Kuzma only had 9 points. Brook Lopez didn't score in his 15 minutes. Bobby Portis didn't have a repeat of last game. Kevin Porter Jr. only had 1 point off the bench, but Gary Trent, 37 points for Gary Trent Jr. Both him and Giannis had 37 points. He was 11 of 16 from the field, 37 points, and him and Giannis Antetokounmpo are the only duo with 35 plus points. And they actually started Gary Trent Jr. because they wanted to make aggressive to attack Halliburton back, and I thought he did that. I like his defense on the ball and the offensive part because he's really aggressive. They might just keep starting him low-key. He also made 9 3-pointers. So, my God, man, and A.J. Green and Gary Trent, a combined 23-point attempts, 22 of them, hit 13 of them. He also had a good game off the bench at A.J. Green. It's important to have teams who have role players who can get buckets in emergency situations. Giannis is going to get his, but you need somebody else to step up, and Gary Trent, he was that guy tonight. Giannis, what more can you say about Giannis Antetokounmpo? 37 points, 6 assists, 12 rebounds for Giannis. He was a freaking beast. 14 of 19. He's been a beast this whole series. 36 and 12, 14 and 23, 34 points and 18 boards with 7 assists, 14 and 20. Tonight, 37 points, 12 rebounds, 6 assists, 14 of 19. I don't know what more else you can say about Giannis Antetokounmpo. Because there's so many good players in this league. He is not pretty underrated. He also made his free throws tonight, 9 for 10 from the line. But he knows what he needs to do. Put up these monster stats, but you need to have somebody else step up, and they got it tonight. People are just really underrate Giannis Antetokounmpo. When it comes to best players in the league. You can be like, oh, he ain't won a playoff series in a while. Well, basketball's a team sport. He has to put up these stats in order for his team to win. You gotta have somebody else step up. And Gary Trent did that tonight. Because if Gary Trent didn't have a big game, they probably lose. So, yeah, 2 big games there from Giannis and Gary Trent. A.J. Greenwood, 12 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds. He was 4 for 8. So, he had a good game, 12 points off the bench. Bobby Portis, 10 points, 8 boards, 5 for 13. Brook Lopez played 15 minutes and didn't score. He was 0 for 3. Kuzma, 9 points. He was 4 for 9. He was 44%. He wasn't really good today. But that's Kyle Kuzma. Lillard really struggled tonight. 7 points, 5 assists, 2 for 12 shooting. I don't know if it's just rust, from not playing for a while with the the blood clot. But just really a very underwhelming game 3. Despite this, Gary Trent stepped up. If he didn't, they probably lose by a lot. Damian Lillard just really underwhelming tonight. 1 of 8 from 3. I mean, he had 2 steals and 2 blocks. But Gary Trent really saved for Lillard from getting clammed on even more. Kevin Porter Jr., he only had 1 point tonight, but he had 6 assists and 4 rebounds. He was 0 for 5, but he had 6 assists. Jericho Sims played some good minutes off the bench. 4 points, 8 rebounds from Jericho Sims. I thought he played some good minutes, had 8 boards. Torian Prince only played 3 minutes, so I guess he ain't going to be playing much anymore. But yeah, great performances from Giannis and Gary Trent. And AJ Green had a nice shooting performance off the bench. The Bucks tonight from the field shot 47, 36, and 81. Their shooting splits, they had 48 total boards, 10 offensive, 38 defensive, 28 assists, 4 blocks, 8 steals, 13 turnovers, 40 in the paint with 18 fouls. And they've won their first game of this series. The Pacers are still up in this series, 2-1. So it's going to be an interesting game 4, Will the Pacers go up 3-1? Or will the Bucks, even up this series and go back to Indiana with a tie series? It's going to be interesting because Gary Trent had his best game of the season, and Lillard had his worst game of the season. So we'll see some interesting things going into Game 4 of this series. Pascal Siakam had 28 points tonight for the Pacers, 12 of 19 from the field, 3 of 4 from 3, 5 rebounds, 2 steals. Pascal Siakam's been really underrated in this postseason, man. He's been damn good. But the rotations, T.J. McConnell, Thomas Bryant, Rick and his rotations, no one besides Neesmith, Siakam showed up, Gary Trent, the game of his life. It was just kind of an ugly game, because outside of Gary Trent, the Bucks were like 5 of 26 from 3. Outside of Siakam and Neesmith, the Pacers were like 3 of 25, so my lord. Neesmith had 18 points, 7 rebounds, 7 of 13 from the field. 4 of 8 from 3. My lord. They had some other players. Some of your players you expect to step up. Denton Halliburton, he had 14 points, 10 assists, 7 rebounds. I'm not knocking the assists because assists are always going to be there. He playmakes a lot for his team. 7 rebounds, but only 5 for 11, man. He doesn't really turn over a lot. He'll get a lot of assists. He didn't have much to say this game. I wonder why. Oh, yeah, because they were losing. Just saying. But yeah, Tyrese Halliburton, not good tonight. Miles Turner, 6 points in 24 minutes. He was 1 of 9. Definitely his worst game of this series by far. He was absolutely trash. Miles Turner and Tyrese Halliburton have to be better in Game 4. Andrew Nembhard, he wasn't good tonight. 6 points, 2 for 8. Some of the guys you expect to step up and play well didn't, that they have to in Game 4. Obi Toppin with 10 points. Thomas Bryant, 3 points. T.J. McConnell, 0 points and 5 assists and 4 boards. They just didn't get much from their bench, to be honest. Mathurin played 14 minutes, had 9 points, 4 for 8. Ben Shepard, 5 points. Walker, 2 points. They just didn't get much tonight outside Siakam and Neesmith. Their shooting splits, they shot 43, 31, and 76. They had 40 total boards, 7 offensive, 33 defensive, 32 assists, 4 blocks, 8 steals, 14 turnovers, 34 in the paint, and 20 personal fouls. So, yeah, 117, 101. Bucks win. That's all to see here. Leave a like, subscribe for more, and check some out. Light. Peace, and I'll be back here for rounds 2 and 3 to recap for the NFL draft and then the Lakers T-Wolves. Peace. And then the Dodger game.